everyone. It is Matty NASCAR here with the Chase for Checkers show. And I'm sure you're thinking, what's with the cowboy hat, Matty? Well, first of all, it rules. Okay, that's the first thing. Second of all, I had to do something a little special because it is Texas this week. So I had to get the cowboy hat out. I got something for you. You guys can't see it, but I went the extra mile for you all. Let me show you here. Let me show you. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that hurt. I haven't stretched like that in a while. But yeah, going the extra mile because it's Texas this week. Everything's bigger in the Lone Star State. But listen, we can talk a little bit about Talladega for a review. It went really well for us. We had Carson Hocevar just like a lot of people did. Finally got his first win. We went about it a different way because we went the poster promo, did a little bit of digging, found out the semi equals Johnny Ray equals 77 car. That's how we did it. And then we also got Ricky Stenhouse with the top 10. So, pretty good week overall for Talladega. But we're on to Texas. So, I do want to let you all know this is a bit of a bigger card. Again, because everything is bigger in Texas. Why not the card? We've been doing good. 8 in a row now. As you can see all the checkered flags back here. So, sprinkled a little bit more on this Texas card. Let's jump into it. Why don't we? Let's start with some top 10s that I like. Let's start with Brad Keselowski at plus 165. That is on DraftKings currently. Keselowski has been consistently good here in this car. Did have a bad finish at this last race at Texas, but I'll put an asterisk on that. All his other finishes have been 8th or better. He's 11th and 12th in driver rating and speed ranking. And RFK has just been really good so far this year at these 1.5 mile tracks. This is the third one that we are going to this season. The other two being Vegas and Kansas. And he's got a top 10 in both of those as well. So I really like his odds at plus 165 to continue that streak and get another top 10. Moving on to Daniel Suarez at plus 235. Suarez has been really good here in the next gen era. He currently has an average finish of 8.8, which is second best overall, second only to one other driver. His driver rating and average speed aren't near as good. They are at 15th and 24th place, but that just tells me that he knows how to get the most out of his car here as he's getting those good finishes, even though he may not have, a 8th place car, he's still getting that finish. So I really like that. And that was when he was in those Trackhouse cars. Now we know he's in that number 7, has been running pretty well. Spire overall has obviously been doing well this season. So I like that streak, even though he's in a different car, to continue and Suarez to be fighting for a top 10. Next guy I've got is Alex Bowman at plus 300. I know some of you are saying, whoa, partner, let's grab the reins here on that one. Cowboy talk, you probably wouldn't understand it. Anyways, reason I like Alex Bowman here, he's done really well at the 1.5 mile tracks. In fact, when you look at all of them from last year, starting at last year at Las Vegas. So Las Vegas 2025, not this past one, but 2025. And then going all the way into Kansas, our last 1.5 mile race. Alex Bowman has got a 10th place average speed. He is at like average 12th. So 10th overall with a 12th place average or 12th average speed ranking. So he does really well here. He's starting to get into the groove of it. I mean, obviously he had his injury. He was out for a little bit. And I know Alex Bowman's just having a weird year. Obviously, everybody is calling for his job, says he's on the hot seat. We love to do that as fans. And then, obviously, again, the injury. But at the end of the day, this is a Hendrick car that is at plus 300 for a top 10. A lot of stuff can happen. Bowman's still a good race car driver. And I think this is a really good number for him. And Chevy just does really good here at this track as well. So I like Alex Bowman at plus 300. Moving on. My final top 10 pick, only 4 this week, but I have some other ones, not just winners and top 10s this week. So my last top 10 that I have is Erik Jones at plus 550 on DraftKings. Hoping for a bit of a redemption story here. Had old Jones boy for a top 10 in that beautiful looking Doritos card. Didn't get it done. Kind of got taken out. It wasn't his fault. But here at Texas, he's really good. Erik Jones is one of those drivers who kind of like Austin Dillon going to Richmond, where he'll just come out of nowhere and he'll be a good, have a good run. And Erik Jones kind of does it with Darlington. Darlington is just one of those tracks that he does really well at. Texas seems to be same boat. He has an average finish of 15th, puts him tied for 9th overall, 13th best driver rating, and 9th in average speed. So it's not like the Suarez thing where he just has good finishes. Jones has good finishes. He's got good speed. He's got good driver ranking. He's got the whole package. I did almost talk myself out of this one because I looked back at some of the speed rankings at their other 1.5 mile tracks this year and didn't think it was very good. But looking at what they were doing last year when he finished, had a 5th place finish last year, they've actually ran better so far this year at those tracks. So I think that is trending in the right direction. I think he's got a good bounce back here. Erik Jones in that 43 car, top 10 potential. I like it at that number a lot. But let's move on. And before we move on to props, I just want to give a shout out, like I always do, to Ryan at iFantasy Race. I've said it before, all my picks, the reason that I come up with these picks is because I look at the stats to find the best ones, and I look at like average finishes, I look at average speed rankings, look at average driver ratings, the 1.5 mile average speed since 2025. All that stuff comes from Ryan at iFantasy Race. So I just want to shout him out. He's a really good follow. He responds to most of his followers. So he's not just, there's a lot of back and forth there. So really appreciate Ryan, what you do. Shout him out. Give him a follow. But let's move on to props. I've got a head-to-head matchup that I really like. And I'm double dipping. I don't like to double dip in bets, but I'm doing this twice actually this week. So it could come back to bite me, but if it does, it does. But I like Daniel Suarez over Ross Chastain at plus 115 on DraftKings. I mentioned earlier Daniel Suarez has done really good this year in that 7 car. He's getting good finishes. He is showing some speed. On the flip side, Trackhouse, Ross Chastain is not. They are trending in the wrong direction that Spire is. I know if you look at the stats, Ross Chastain is actually, he's done well here at Texas. But there's been other races so far this year that he's done well at, and he has just absolutely been out to lunch. So this one just seemed like a no-brainer just based off of recency bias. Daniel's been pretty much outrunning all of the Trackhouse cars this year so far. So at plus money, I really like this. Daniel's just got to beat one guy. So plus 115, Suarez over Ross Chastain. I probably like this better than the top 10 bet, but the number that I got the top 10 bet at, I wanted to take it as well. So again, double dipping, not something I like to do very often, but I just couldn't say no to this bet. The other prop bet that I have, it is Top Ford, and I've got 2 of them. I've got Chris Buescher at plus 500 on DraftKings and Brad Keselowski at plus 600 on DraftKings as well. To me, this seems like it's if it's not them, or if it's not Ryan Blaney, who is the favorite to be top 4. It's one of these two guys. And the way that Penske has been running at these 1.5 mile tracks this year, it's not been very good. In fact, looking back at the last 2 races that we've had at those tracks, these types of tracks, Kansas and Vegas, it has been either Chris Buescher or Brad Keselowski who has got top 4. Chris Buescher got it at Vegas, and at Kansas, Brad Keselowski got it. Blaney wasn't even in the top 10, top 14 in either. So, really, I mean, the only other guy, if you look at Vegas, is Buescher, Brad Keselowski, Ryan Preece. And then at Kansas, it was Brad Keselowski, Chris Buescher, Ryan Preece. So, Ryan Blaney could absolutely do it, but you look at the speed that they've had this year, it has not been as good as RFK. They've been very consistent. And also, you get a late caution. Are we going to trust Ryan Blaney's pit crew at this point? No. So at plus 500, plus 600, I think those are really, really good bets to get it done. I don't trust Logano. I know he's got good stats here, but kind of like Ross, just recency bias. Logano has been not good, been the worst of the Penske guys. So I really, really like this bet. I think it can happen. Chris Buescher plus 500, Brad Keselowski plus 600, both of them to be top 4. Obviously, they can't both win, but I think both of those are great odds. Had to take them. But let's move on. Only 3 pops. Moving on to winners. I do have 5 winners. Starting with the obvious favorite here. Oh, I say obvious. It's obvious to... Not obvious stats-wise, but obvious if you just have been watching racing. And it's Denny Hamlin at plus 500 on FanDuel. He's the favorite for a reason. He's already won at one of these tracks this year, so he's obviously dialed in. Toyota has been dialed in. They've been the fastest. They've been the manufacturer to beat. And the best is Denny Hamlin. His stats here aren't great. He's had some bad finishes. Looking here, I apologize for the coughing. He is got a 5th. No, I'm sorry, that was speed. He's got a 20th place overall average finish. His average finish is 20.8. So the last 2 races here, he's got a 30th and a 38th. So obviously that's not going to help the average finish. But here's where it kind of makes up for it. His speed ranking is 12th overall. His driver rating is also 12th overall. So he's faster. He's got speed here. It's just has found some trouble. So if he can keep it clean, we won't be shocked to see Denny Hamlin up there. The other guy who we're not going to be shocked to see up there, Tyler Reddick, plus 600 on DraftKings. I don't have to go on very long about this. Tyler Reddick's been on a tear. 2311 has been lights out. Toyota's been lights out. He's a past winner here, even though it was actually in the 8 car. There's not much I can say. I don't have to waste everybody's time. You may as well bet Tyler Reddick everywhere for the rest of the season because he can win anywhere. So Tyler Reddick plus 600 because he's just never going to lose again. Next guy I've got is Kyle Larson, also at plus 600. He's got to win again eventually, right? It's going to happen eventually, right? It's got to. Why not take it here at Texas at plus 600? I think those are good odds. Larson's another one kind of like Hamlin where he is 13th in the average finishes. He's got a 16.3 average finish. So in the 4 races here in the next gen era, he's got a 9th, 31st, 21st, and a 4th. Now where he's same but different with Denny Hamlin goes up in the stats. Kyle Larson goes to the top of the stats. So finish is not great, but his average driver rating is 3.5. That is first overall. And his average speed ranking is 3.3, also first overall. So he can get around here. He's extremely good here. And it's only a matter of time until he, A, wins again, and B, wins here at Texas. So, yeah, plus 600. I know Chevy has not really figured it out, it seems like. Their only races that they have won have been a short track, where it was kind of a pit strategy thing, and then Talladega, which we know is Talladega. You know, it's a different animal. So, but Chevy, like I said, has been really good here at Texas. I think this is a week that we see them take an even bigger step in the right direction, if not be in victory lane. So Kyle Larson plus 600. Next, I have got his teammate, William Byron, at plus 1,200. This is the poster promo pick. If you don't know anything about that, it's been all over Twitter. I talked about it with my Carson Hocevar pick last week. William Byron's on the poster, plus 1,200 on Caesars. That's great odds for William Byron. Because he's another one who has won here before. He is second in the speed rankings. He is second in driver rating. And then he's first in average finishes. And then you're getting this guy at plus 1,200. Again, I understand Hendrick and Chevy have not really been the top of the field like we're used to seeing. But it can happen anytime. And I also know that he's cursed. And he's probably not going to win again win at all this season because of the regular season champion curse from last year. But also plus 1,200 is just such a good number for that 24 car. So I like William Byron at plus 1,200. Last guy that I have here is my fellow Hoosier, Chase Briscoe. Going back to him a little bit like William Byron with his number. Chase Briscoe is at plus 1,600 on Caesars. That is a Joe Gibbs car that you can get at plus 1,600. Blows my mind. I understand that he has not had a good start to the year. They have not been where they want to be, but they have had fast cars, just not the finishes. You just got to put a whole race together. They're in Joe Gibbs' car, which has been fast. They're in a Toyota, which has been fast. They've just had some bad luck. Plus 1,600 for this guy and this car for this team is a steal, in my opinion. But let's talk stats about it. Chase Briscoe, average finish is 5th overall. Average finish comes in at 12th. What's funny is his worst finish in the 4 races here was last year in the Joe Gibbs car. But I don't remember. But a 27th place finish, maybe you had some trouble, a pit problem. I don't remember. You can tell me what it was in the comments. But before that, he's 5th, 10th, 6th, and those were in the Stewart-Haas cars. So average finishes is good. Now, kind of differs from how Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson is. Average finish is good. He comes in at 16th overall with a 17.25 driver rating. And his average speed is 22nd overall with a 21st average speed rank. So, yes, the finishes are there. Speed and driver rating maybe not as close as what we would like it. But again, that 19 car, like a lot of drivers so far this year. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of drivers pop off wins just because Tyler Reddick is stealing them all. But there's a lot of drivers, your Kyle Larson, Chase Briscoe, William Byron, Christopher Bell, who we're all kind of like, dude, when are you going to start winning? And I think we can really take advantage of those because you're seeing these odds, plus 1,600 for Chase Briscoe, plus 1,200 for William Byron. Those are really good odds for some of these drivers out there just because, Chevy's not really been good. Some people have had some bad starts to the year. So take advantage of it while you can because, once they start winning, or even really get one win probably, that's going to drop down quite a bit. Pardon me. Shoot. Those will drop down quite a bit. So take advantage of them while you can. That's what I'm doing. But those are my 5 winners. I would love to know Comment below. Tell me who you think is going to win. Do you agree with these? Do you not agree with these? If you don't, like I said, tell me who you got. Tell me some of your other props, top 10, some of your other bets. Would love to know what you are doing. I will be back Sunday with the post-race takes show. Be excited to talk everything that happened at Texas. Hopefully going to be able to celebrate a really good card, a winning card. Hopefully add another checkered flag, which I'm going to have to add something. I'm going to have to do something because I'm running out of room here. But I'm Matty NASCAR. This is the Chase for Checkers show. Thanks for following. See you later, partner. Get it? There's another cowboy reference. I don't know if you got it or not, but see ya.